It's showtime.
Oh my goodness, good morning everyone. Wake up, what a beautiful day we have in store. I'll tell you more in just a moment. They're wide awake this morning, they're ready to go. What's up, JC?
Good morning, I'm Jackie Cooper. This is Athens, the AU. I want to give a special shout out this morning to Joseph Scott. This morning, David, good morning.
Good morning.
Special guest this morning, the man in the center, Charlie. Holley, is that the way we say it, Charlie? Is that what everybody knows you as?
That's it. That's
East
it, sir.
Limestone graduate. Was Dennis Black principal when you were there?
He was assistant coach when I was there.
You know, he and I went to Gadsden State together after I flunked out of Sneed.
Awesome.
Awesome. Sure did.
How does anybody
Charlie's written his book, Next Level Forgiver, and it's a good one, too. It's one of many books he's written, so we'll talk about that later on this morning. Limestone County. And you were the youngest of 10 kids?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Youngest of 10, which means I got beat up all the time.
That probably does mean that.
We'll talk more about that later, too. But was your dad a sharecropper?
Yes. He farmed and sharecropped, and my mother was a maid and stay-at-home caregiver with
10 children.
with 10 kids. That's right. So
Before we get really cranky, let's do the weather this morning and find out what a beautiful week it's going to be.
It is. We are 56, 57 degrees out there, and yes, it's going to be lovely. Yesterday was beautiful. All I'm hearing is people complaining, it's too hot, it's too hot. This is like July weather in the 80s.
Who said that?
I've heard several people say that. You probably said it a couple times yourself when you were outside, stranded.
I'm going to tell that story in a minute. It's too good to pass up.
High temperatures today of 85.
I'm going to tell you again Thursday.
Oh, goodness. Low of 64 tomorrow. Even another beautiful day. 86 for that high. 85 on Thursday. Just absolutely gorgeous. No rain until Friday. And there's your weekend forecast.
Oh, we do have one other special guest in here, thanks to Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Billy.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Lennox this
Hey,
morning.
Billy.
Billy, what are you doing up here?
Come see you.
Did Joseph invite you?
Yes, he did. Joseph, man, it's been some
What time did you get here this morning?
at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
He's prompt.
He got your shirt sweet.
That's
State Farm.
early.
Oh,
Then I talk to
I
you.
have to say I got it too.
at least he recognized Zack this morning.
Hey, welcome to Zeke TV 11 Sports, brought to you by All-Star Plumbers for all your plumbing needs. Go to All-Star Plumbers, and also Applebee's Tailgate Talk 10 to 12 every Saturday on the Big 1080 WKC. And we appreciate Joseph and them and having us out for the car show.
Yes, sir.
Saturday. We had a great time.
Great
We missed
show.
Todd, but we had a lot of good guests and had a good time. Hey, congratulations to the Huntsville Havoc. 2 times in a row,
Are they gonna be with us
SPHL champs, and we're hoping to have Clay Coleman, a.k.a. Freak Daddy of the Huntsville Havoc. Hopefully he will be here Thursday with the cup.
That was my name in the 80s, Charlie.
Freak Daddy.
Okay.
So hopefully Clay's going to be up here.
I
I'm
was
going to try to
wondering about
confirm that today. If not, we'll try to get him on here next week or so. Hopefully so. Hey, a lot of good people got drafted. It was a lot of people. SEC had 53 players drafted, the most ever. Of course, Alabama led the way again with 10. Ohio State with 9. Georgia had 7. I believe Auburn had 5. But I was just looking at this, one of these articles. There was only 11 quarterbacks drafted in the whole draft.
Who's going number 1 next year in the draft?
Well, I thought it was going to be 2. I saw a thing, don't have him going to like 6th or 7th. They got Jerry Jeudy. They got Jake Fromm going
How
ahead
do
of
they
him.
even know
I
yet?
saw
They
they-
haven't played the season
Jake
yet.
Fromm at number 1 is what I saw.
Yeah, I've
Georgia
seen some.
quarterback.
But Jarrett Stanton, we're going to talk a little bit about him. He went to back up Tom Brady at New England. So I told Brad that's a good spot for him to learn under Tom Brady. But Alabama, man, like I said, but Mac Wilson, Coach Saban always tells you make good business decisions.
He didn't make
Deontay
a good
Thompson
one.
and Mac Wilson didn't go to the 5th round. They could have been 1st or 2nd if they'd come
Let's
back.
talk about that big story I gave you over there.
Fans might campaign for Tank for Tua.
No, yeah, well, you talk about that first, then I'm going to get on that big story I sent you.
But that one, a lot of people are saying, you know, will they tank for Tua? Well, I saw, like I said, a mock draft that didn't even have him as number 1 draft pick. So we'll see who. But it's going to be
He
between
might not even
Tua,
go.
Justin Herbert,
could stay
and I
and
believe
play
Jake
another
Fromm.
year. So-
Those 3 will be the
Zach,
big
well, you
quarterback.
seem to be high-hatting. You know what high-hatting means, don't you?
No.
Come on. From East Limestone?
No.
NFL, about the NFL to measure. My dad walking NFL to measure Clemson's best.
Oh, yeah, that's the story. We'll get back to Heiden in a minute.
Are they the best ever?
They're saying that Clemson, and they just gave Dabo a big raise.
Yeah, big raise.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got that Alabama clause in it.
Clemson is the best football team ever. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say, yes, I agree with that. Because they went 15-0. They beat Alabama, not one, not two,
they've been pretty
not
bad.
3, 4 touchdowns.
But, hey.
They are.
They were the best team last year.
Yeah,
But they're not. I don't think they're the greatest team ever. I highly disagree. But if you heard Paul Feinbaum, he was on the round table.
They have the best coach ever because they're paying him.
Don't get
Paul
Bama Zack all
Feinbaum was
tore
on
up.
the round table yesterday in Birmingham, and he said that a lot of people think, that clause. They said that he doesn't believe Dabo will leave. Said he believed Jeremy Pruitt one day. If he has the success he has at Tennessee, Jeremy Pruitt will be the next coach at Alabama.
Wow.
You got it.
We'll see.
Let's hear it, Zach.
All right, Jamie, back to you.
It's about dang.
Hey, I got to give one shout. Congratulations to Todd Tomerlin. He's been here 1 year with us on Cooper and Creek.
All right.
He survived 1 year.
You're brighten up here for
If y'all noticed anything about how horrible the camera shots have been, now you know. All right.
We love Todd.
We'll talk about some photographs in a moment. Can I talk about me for a moment?
I thought you was going to explain hi-hat.
Why
Oh,
not?
yeah, hi-hat me.
See, he's doing it again.
Yeah. You know, in the old days, they used to tip their hat. The richer fellow did that. Means they didn't want to be bothered and speak to the minions.
Oh.
So that means hi-hat.
Okay.
The minion.
Now, if somebody don't talk to you or nothing.
They hi-hat.
Minions.
You might have heard of Dusty McLemore before. He's got this small church down the road. But anyway, he uses hi-hatting it from time to time. He stole that kind of from his son-in-law, Chuck. It all started. Can I finally get to me for a second before I show
Hurry
pictures?
up.
Please.
All right. I'm going to show y'all a couple of things here, but I'm going to go ahead and mention the main problem.
The
We got
main
a flat roof
problem.
over the porch. So we get up, it's been raining, so let's clean that off for our new homeowners. So we get up there, barefooted, cold water about that deep. She leaves.
How deep?
No
This
phone.
deep.
No phone. So I'm out on here. She's downstairs. I can't get back in. I hear the coyotes in the distance.
Yeah, it's coming after you, James.
You're up on top of the roof, right?
It's
They can't get to you.
It's 7:30 in the morning.
But
Oh, my goodness.
no water, no food.
There was plenty of water.
Hunger pains starting to, coyotes howling, buzzards circling.
Abandoned.
I'm calling for help. Nobody's showing up. The only thing I can do is pee in the drain on the rooftop. Who many people can say they did that?
I hope no one
I can't even
admits
say
it.
I've been on top of my house.
No,
So.
anyway, I got what?
I said I've even been on the roof. So, I mean.
Poor baby.
Then I see she's throwing this away. Y'all know what that CR stands for? Come on, Charlie, don't let me down now.
CR.
I'll give it here.
Country Rover.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. This was the original.
My gift card.
Good job.
First ever. Only Alan Stroud would really appreciate this.
No way.
The first ever hat
getting
I
dirt in
had
my
made.
coffee.
I've got a picture of it. And this was the first
I got
hat
those out of the
actually-
bottom of a drawer, and I was like, do we really need to lug these to yet
Yeah, look.
another house?
These right here, Charlie,
Country
these right
Rover.
here are prized possessions. They ain't gonna tell them what these are worth.
They're not
Wow.
worth anything.
If you sign them, you might get a quarter.
Joseph, I'm gonna give you something today too.
What are you giving me?
I'm gonna give you a brand new wireless mic.
No way. I need that.
I don't know if it works though. It's been in this box. And then, before I go to
That's
more
for your
pictures,
props.
let me tell y'all what happened this morning. I got the cover for it.
And I'm not done packing. I'm
You
sure there'll
mean
be a
you
lot
don't have
more.
gifts for everybody? What's up with that?
Whoa. It's awesome.
Well, Charlie, see, we're getting high-hatted.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. You go get a hat.
Hey.
I get a big nod.
Can I go back? Can I go back? Don't give him that. On your trips here, you watch.
Watch TV on that little thing.
I can't see
Let
that.
me tell one other story right quick.
Oh, my
I'll get the pictures later. This morning, she's packing. She's been discombobulated. That's a big word I use from time to time.
Meaning he's not doing anything.
Yeah, really.
Big time.
Sit back watching.
Boxes everywhere. Can't even move in there.
Probably ordering you around.
Will you hush? I'm trying to. So I come in this morning at 2 o'clock. I'm time to get up and get prepared for this award-winning program, and it is, Charlie.
Yes.
Making coffee. We got this coffee maker.
Oh,
with the
my
beans.
gosh,
So
how
I go in-
bad can you
So
be?
for the first time ever, I'm trying to get my stuff ready for today. You're about to find it. But I turned the coffee. I put water in it. make
This is
sure
how
the beans
spoiled
are in it.
Mr. Cooper is.
Turn it on, turn my back to, because I'm putting my stuff together in an unusual position. Get ready to pour my cup of coffee. Look behind me. She had the coffee pot in the sink, washing it clean.
Coffee's going on. I've done that before.
Pouring out.
Who does not, when you hit start on a coffee pot and there's no pot?
I never looked at it. I never looked at it. It's running down the cabinet, down the floor.
Oh, man. You're going to have homeowners damage.
I don't want to see no claim on that.
How in the world do you not see a coffee pot
Oh
missing?
my
I
God.
have done that before.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I have. I've done it at work. You know, it's now they've got it, when you put it up in there, there's the little thing that comes
Right.
down to let
Ours
you
don't have
know.
that.
But
It
the old ones
does.
didn't have it.
Well, it didn't work too good this morning.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
have.
finally. Charlie, can I take a break? I got to come back. We're going to play Judge Jamie in just a moment.
All right.
Those, Brad, I don't have time for later. We'll
Oh,
save those
Jamie.
for Thursday or later in some show today. Right now, I got to talk about me, and I need to take a break from that. Oh, by the way, I've got one other thing. Look what I brought Brad this morning.
Our number one Elvis fan
Oh,
up here.
man.
Oh my goodness.
Elvis collection.
Genuine Elvis collection.
Oh, that Aloha Hawaii. That's
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I remember watching that when I was about
I remember.
7, 8.
Brad probably has all of those.
All right, y'all.
Brad's got them all.
Billy, show. And now, it's time to play the one with Judge Jamie with the Cooper card, which you're a part of this morning.
All right, I'm
Brought to you
excited.
by
Right.
One Love Hearing.
Can you
Hear
hear
me
Hear me now.
soon.
No, he's not. He's not coming.
He will be here
I
one
don't-
day.
I have seen that
One
link.
day, I promise he will be
Right
here.
now, he's
I don't know
traveling
when,
with his
but he's
uncle.
coming one of these days.
He's got it going on, don't he?
Yeah, you got it going on. If you can't hear, you need to go talk to
One
him.
other thing, I'm not through talking about myself. Let me come back here. Back to that country over hat. When Gloria was in diapers, I was wearing that hat, making her living where she is today.
Hey, Billy.
Hey, Billy.
That microphone's on,
Yeah,
so.
it's on.
All right, this I found too from 1999. Cooper's back, get out of here. And I'm just going to paraphrase what it says here at the bottom. It says, Jamie Cooper's Wake Up Morning Show. Cooper's best known for his unprecedented spontaneity, complete unpredictability, and colorful antics. A former garbage man turned entrepreneur with a good-looking wife, Jamie Cooper is also one of the best ever known in the world to do a morning show, and no one else on TV has ever been able to duplicate.
And he'd already been all over
Check
Huntsville.
that article.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see that article.
He had already been all over Huntsville, so he had
I'd like
to
to
go to
know who
Florence.
did that article. Did you do that article?
The print was real small. All right, Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Billy, pay attention. This is the wrong answer. This is the right answer. You
Okay.
plan to win a can of Vienna sausages.
Wow, I hadn't had one of those in a long time.
Did you used to eat a bunch of them?
Yes.
All right, I
Yes.
love them too.
Yes.
My hometown of New Hope was named Vienna. The Yankees burned it in 1860 something. They named it New Hope.
Okay.
The next time they burn it, they will call it Coopertown. I ask questions and you try to answer them.
Okay.
All right?
Just blurt them.
Here we go. Limestone County leads the growth of how many counties in Alabama?
67.
Good answer, right answer. But here's the real question. It also is a major leader of all the counties that make up North Alabama. How many counties is that?
20.
10.
32.
5.
I'll let David, how would you say?
10.
12 is the correct answer.
Oh, way off.
Oh, did you? Todd wins.
Todd
Take it by the back.
I don't think he heard you.
I used to keep Skoda.
He's eye-hatting you, man.
The once dead small pickup is getting new life, according to USA Today yesterday.
Ford Ranger.
By the way, I can't do the show without mentioning I did not get a Sunday Decatur Daily in
Oh,
my
leave it now,
mailbox
leave it.
because the
Now.
carrier quit.
Oh, no.
So if you're looking for a job, call the Decatur Daily.
Call Greg Posh. Y'all want to call him right now? I'll give you a cell phone number.
No.
He too did not deliver it, but he's
No.
the circulation manager.
He's busy.
Way to go, Greg.
He's busy.
Here we go. I don't know. You probably look like you can buy a new vehicle about once a year, Charlie. Successful as you
I don't know
are.
about that one.
First quarter pickup sales have ballooned how much since 2014 in what percentage?
25%.
40%.
Let you have it, Zach.
15%.
30%.
30%.
Top
Wow.
seller right now.
Wow.
Americans are paying an average of what for a full-size pickup?
44.
47% up from 2000 in 10 years.
47,000.
Let you have it. 49,730.
Wow.
Who are most of the new vehicles bought today have their insurance with?
Country Financial.
Country Financial.
Ding, ding,
Really?
ding, ding.
Wow.
Really? That's a true answer,
that's
Charlie. That's shocking. You didn't know
I
that?
didn't know that.
I made that up.
Yeah, I know. I knew that one was. I knew that one was a major one.
What percentage of the world is stressed?
95%.
Stressed?
Says only a third
Not
here.
me.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Even as the
Yeah,
economy
right.
roared, more Americans were stressed, angry, and worried last year than they have been in the past. So anyway,
I'm stressed and wearing that
Get a
CPAP.
positive mental
That ain't
attitude.
going too good, y'all.
what is the
It's
next
not gonna
thing
be
schools are
stressed.
cutting out nationwide?
PE.
Physical education, PE, lunch.
Yeah, really.
Charlie, that's the right answer.
Really?
But it's not lunch. It's people, our kids are, because they have cell phones, are having lunch delivered.
Oh.
Are you
Disrupting
serious?
class, so they're cutting out deliveries.
Oh.
They shouldn't
We
even
get in
have
trouble if we
deliveries.
walk across the street to McDonald's.
Wow.
Maybe the schools should step up and give better food, and they wouldn't have to
We'd
order
get
out.
whooped
Cutting it
if
out.
Or
we
not
went
let them
across
use
the
their
street,
cell phones
Brad.
in school. That would eliminate that problem.
Here's a good question for y'all. Pay attention. Who is Long Range Toddy?
Long.
Long Range Toddy. Zeke would know this answer.
See
probably
Ken to the Long Ranger?
Yeah, I'm sure he would. I have no idea.
Some kind of big tall drink you get when you go to tailgate at Ole Miss.
It is a horse in this weekend's Kentucky Derby, ridden by John Court, who is the oldest jockey ever to ride at 58 years old in a Kentucky Derby.
Is Kentucky Derby this weekend?
Yep, sure is.
Why? I did not.
He has won 4,147 victories.
Good grief.
Man. He's been around.
Yeah, that's a lot of races.
What did the theater near the movie Hellboy? Todd, you think you could probably stay awake during the movie?
Oh, I know this one.
What is it?
Well, the sign for
Dixon,
Hellboy
Tennessee.
was across the street from a church, so they changed it to Heck Boy.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Right answer.
All right.
All right, see if you know this one, know it all.
All right.
And thanks again for today.
You're welcome.
Keep it up, he'll do it again.
Tanner Baptist Church down on Highway 31. I read this in our Sunday school class at Lindsay Lane with Freddie Leonard this past Sunday. I wanted to share a little information. A Decatur man was recently arrested in the connection in March incident that happened there on Highway 31. He kept coming to the church, 50-year-old man, wanting money, begging for money, and they'd given him some. Then he got mad because they didn't give him enough.
Are you serious?
And they kept inviting him to worship. He never showed up. So the other day he comes up, wants more money. There was only one guy there. He was cutting the grass. So what did the guy do? Because they couldn't give me money.
Pulled a gun out on him.
All he
Well, he
wanted.
pulls them out all right.
Oh, you kidding me?
He pulled his pecker out, took a whiz on the grounds at Tanner Baptist, and they caught him on the surveillance camera.
No, so he got arrested.
Yeah. And no money.
That's crazy. He had some problems.
The state of Idaho is known for what?
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Good answer. Good answer. What's the newest hotel there?
Idaho potato.
It's
Mariota.
a pod that's shaped like a potato.
Good answer.
Yeah,
How much it cost to stay there tonight?
Was it like $225?
I'll let you have $200.
Yeah.
So far, Charlie, that's been the easy part of this program.
Okay.
Now we get a little bit more complicated.
Okay.
We'll give you a few. What's the latest thing the state of Maine has done? They joined 5 or 6 other states, like Vermont, New Mexico, Alaska, South Dakota, Oregon, Minnesota, and Hawaii.
Outlawed lobster.
They've outlawed Columbus Day.
Really?
Wow.
They changed it to indignant. How did it say it, Brad? Indigenous.
You
know what that
Yes,
means?
I can't even
Say it. No, say it. Come on.
I can't say it.
Indigenous.
When did Columbus discover America?
1792.
Really? You can stick with that?
I don't know anything about history.
History wasn't his greatest subject.
You answered a single question.
Yeah.
14 something.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
14
I
something.
know about 300 years.
Yeah, 14 something.
He's only 300 off.
How many people were drafted before Tom Brady in 2000?
A lot of them.
220.
Like 300 something.
A lot of
200 something.
Tom Brady's a lot like I am.
Yeah.
About 200, I thought.
Charlie, we both have good-looking wives.
Who said how many people were drafted before Tom Brady?
198.
Yeah.
198.
I said 200, around 200.
Well, that's wrong.
198.
What famous basketball player passed away over the weekend?
John Havlicek, Hondo.
Hondo.
Hondo. I love the Celtics back
What
then.
number was he?
17.
He was a great guy. Great guy. Really good. What is the newest shoes being mocked on social media from Gucci? I'm getting a pair. They're only $800, $900, but I'm getting a pair.
Slippers.
They're not.
Kind of right. But what are they patterned after? What people are saying they look like?
I don't know.
Calling them clown clogs. There they are right there.
And they do look like bozo shoes.
They're sandals.
They're saying?
$900 a pair. I bought some down Berkshire today.
Yeah, I sure did.
I see you wearing them, I'm
Those
gonna
are called
smack you upside the
Gauchos,
head.
not Gucci.
I said, if I see you wearing them, I'm gonna smack you upside the head.
Really?
I ain't gonna hi-hat you.
He means it.
Oh my goodness.
High school principal down in Texas. What's the latest thing she did? Come on, Charlie, you ought to get this one. What did she ban from this high school?
Something had
Hey,
having to do
is
with
you twin over
clothes.
there answering a single question?
Cell phones.
Anybody told y'all kind of look alike?
Every now and then.
Cell phones, Jay.
High school principals listed a set of rules for parents. One lady showed up wearing nothing but a nightshirt and a scarf, nothing under it.
Yeah.
People are showing up wearing T-shirts, see-through skirts, sharing everything. Shower caps, rollers, all this, leggings, all this have been banned, and especially no Daisy Dukes.
Yeah, so
That sounds like a typical day at Walmart.
Dress codes for parents.
That's
You would
Wow.
think people would have
Wow.
enough sense to know how to
Yeah.
dress.
Two other quick questions right here.
People wear that to Walmart every
Woman
day.
in China stabbed her husband to death. They'd only been married a short time. They had a baby, though, but a couple of years. Said that the relatives of said that she had been married to him. She had become spoiled and bad-tempered, and she was always hitting her husband. Why did she kill him with a fruit knife?
He didn't bring her sake.
Joseph, I'm going to give it to you. He did
Wow.
not bring home chicken legs for dinner like he had promised.
Are you? So she's going to kill him?
Wow.
And she killed. I got one other question. We're playing worldwide this morning. I just want to give a shout out to all my multitude of fans
Your
watching.
Coach Legs watching right now.
If you'd like to purchase some Country Rover memorabilia,
No.
Let's put it on eBay and see what happens.
nothing.
I already tried, ain't work.
Why did the 54-year-old, last question, drunk woman in Buffalo, New York, call 911?
How was
She didn't get her buffalo wings cooked right.
She couldn't
didn't
find
serve her.
something. She was looking for her teeth.
That's a good answer, Charlie.
Good answer, Charlie, but wrong answer. She called 911 and asked them how to kill her 78-year-old boyfriend because she had tried many times to hit him with VCR tapes and a leaf blower battery.
Oh, come on.
That's
Are you
smart.
serious?
Wow.
What is wrong with these people,
VHS
man?
tapes.
Good grief.
Charlie, thanks for playing today, but you didn't win.
Yeah.
David did. David, you're the proud recipient of a new autographed book. Well, not this
All right.
All right. I got one over here I'll give you. All right.
Does
All
he?
right, thank y'all. We'll come back. Do an interview with Charlie in just a moment to find out what's happening in his life. You'll want to hear about this book he's got too. Y'all hang on.
Local and loving it.
Welcome back this morning. 56 degrees. Let's quickly go over that weather forecast because it's pretty much going to be the same thing for several days. 80s for your high today. Hey, Billy, shh, we're live. All right, there it is. 85 for your high today. 86 tomorrow, 85. Just absolutely beautiful, so just enjoy. Let me tell you about New Start Lifestyle Club. You can reverse. They're going to be doing some, this is free to everyone that shows out, free monthly meetings, and they are saying, whoever shows up, they are saying they can tell you how you can reverse diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure. All takes place at the Athens Public Library. Tuesday, today, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., 1 hour in the community room.
All right, our special guest up is C.L. Holley. What's the C.L. stand for, Mr. Holley?
Charles L. Holley, middle name Lee.
Lee. And everybody knows you as Charlie.
That's right.
Went to East Limestone, went over there, went to school with our illustrious Todd Tomerlin over there. You were a basketball star at East Limestone.
I was a basketball player, I would say.
And me and you have in common, we both went to Sneed College.
That's right, Sneed State Boaz. Go.
Parsons.
Parsons.
Never knew what that meant, but I think that was,
Yeah, I still don't.
that was a Methodist school or something, wasn't it? Parsons have something. Anyway, it's a long story. I didn't
Still don't know.
I hope you had a better experience over there than I did.
I had a pretty good time. I don't know about your experience, but I went in 80,
Oh, I had a good
83,
time. If
84.
you're talking about a good time, yes, I had a very good time.
Yeah.
That's the problem I had over there.
Yeah, me too.
So anyway, so what have you done with the rest of your life?
Well, I've been writing. I love writing, Jamie, and so I've written top of about six or seven books. And most of my books are about my life. And so I've had some ups, had some downs, had some successes, had some failures. And so my latest book is about forgiving because that is terribly, terribly important to us.
Yeah, well,
sure
before this
is.
interview is over, I hope you teach me how to do that because it is very difficult. But let's set your story up a little bit. You and your wife had everything going on. Life was good. You get a very bad call one day from school. Tell us what happened.
Yes. So my wife and I had two kids, one son, one daughter. And our son was playing basketball one day, last day of basketball trials. And so she gets a phone call and says, your son has had a bad accident. Meet us at the hospital. And so I go home, pick her up, and we go to the hospital expecting to hear something. Maybe he broke a leg or broke an arm or something, and to only find out that he's dead. He passed.
He's 13 years old.
And he's 13 years old. So he was playing basketball, had a heart attack, and passed away. And we later found out that he had a very rare heart condition. This happened in 2001. And of course, we went through a very, very, very difficult time.
How do you handle something like that?
My wife and I, because we handle things differently, went our different ways as far as how to deal with it. She didn't want to talk about it, so she sank really deep into deep, dark depression. I struggled with my faith, but I expressed myself through writing. Well, she didn't want me to write, and I didn't want her to just sit alone all day. And so we had to come to terms. And so when we began to understand how our different personalities work, we began to work together. And so that's part of this book.
What a story.
You know, we'll get back to that and just say, you grew up the youngest of 10 kids.
That's right.
I mean, were y'all living high on the hog?
Oh, no. We were living low on the rabbit. One-room house.
What?
A one-room house. Later on, we actually graduated and got like a three-room house.
I mean, you say
One room.
one room?
Yes, one
come
room
on.
in all of us. I mean, we were very, very close. We had no choice, And so, yeah. But,
One room house with 10 kids?
yeah, yes.
Do you have indoor plumbing?
No. We had the fields around us. We were creatures of nature. And so, so we grew up very, very poor. And my mom and dad, though, were good folks. They worked hard, and they spanked us when we needed to be spanked. And now we are what we are today. So, yeah.
That is amazing to overcome even a challenge. You were the first one to graduate college.
Yes. Yes, several of my siblings had started but never finished. And I was the only one who started and eventually finished.
So when did you start getting into the ministry?
A year before my son passed away, I was called to actually preach, and so I started preaching then. I didn't start writing until about 4 or 5 months after my son died, because I found that writing helped me. So then I started teaching and started sharing what I had gone through, and found that people started liking it. And so I kept writing, and I'm still writing today.
I told him in between this that, you know, when you pick up that book, you think, oh, it's just all that fluff. Everybody's going to say the same things. You're pretty blunt.
Yes. And I definitely wanted to make this book read like a story so that people can pick it up and say, hey, that happened to me. I didn't want this to sound preachy, you know.
Well, forgiveness is one of the hardest possible things to do.
It is.
I know you've got here as a Christian, I've discovered there are different levels of forgiveness. We can refuse to forgive a little, or walk on the same level of forgiveness that Jesus Christ walked on. Well, that's basically impossible, ain't it?
Not really. Not really. It's actually impossible for us to do. But when we become Christian, God gives us this supernatural power that then helps us to do what he wants us to do. So in this book, I'll talk about 4 levels: 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay? And 0 means something really bad has happened. I can't get past it. It hurts too much, and I cannot forgive. And there are a lot of people in that state, and who remain in that state for years and years and years.
And it's so harmful to yourself.
Well, it's
It
just
is.
like, all right, I'll just use it, give it up as an example. I came up with this betrayal, then you get bitter,
Yes.
and then you eventually get better. But it's that transition between being betrayed by good friends,
Right.
relatives, like a daughter,
Right.
like they keep a granddaughter from you.
Right.
It's difficult to get over it, especially
Yes.
one that you basically helped raise or did have custody
Yes,
of.
exactly.
And all of this stuff for a short time. You had them when they were a baby.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, they take them away from
Wow.
you to get even.
Yes. Ooh.
Jealousy.
Ooh, hurts.
How
That
do you
is
handle
hurt.
that? I mean, the
Pray
good thing is
about
they're
it.
not
Yes.
passed away. They're still alive and well.
Right. So in the book, I'll talk about these 4 different levels. And at level 0, I say the reason that we can't forgive is because we're constantly thinking about the hurt of it all.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that sounds very, very hurtful. But we have to, at some point, get our minds focused on the other person, because people hurt us
The other person.
for reasons. Yeah, people hurt us
people
because
hurt people.
they're hurting.
Right.
And so if we're going to just continue to focus on our hurt and not address their hurt, then this situation is just going to continue to occur. We're going to be 90 years old and still angry, still bitter. And so what we have to do is we have to be the grown person in the room and say, I'm going to start the healing process. Okay?
Well, how many people usually come to that pity party?
A lot of people. I've been to that pity party.
Everyone
for-
has.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
I've been there for a long time. But I found out something though, Jamie. The pity party never gets any better. And your life never gets any better. And so emotionally, we never get any better. And so we have to leave that pity party room. So what we have to do to get off of level 0 is say 2 words: I forgive. Regardless of how we feel, we may be angry, hurt, have shame, but if we just say those 2 words to say, I forgive, you know what the word forgive means? It means I'm going to pay what you owe. So if you go down to the store, Jamie, and you buy something, $5,000 worth, and then you just leave, and I come in behind you and say, I'm going to take care of James' bill, and I'm going to pay those $5,000.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, I would never do that.
I get your point. You say,
Yes.
unfortunately, you cannot remove the negative mental associations from your mind.
That's right.
But you can build positive associations if you're willing to interact with the people who hurt you.
Oh, now that's
Now, my
hard.
question is, what if they aren't willing to
Right.
allow you to interact with
Right,
them?
right. Well,
Then what do you do?
Yes, then you should never force
Praise the Lord.
yourself on that person. Give that person some room, because it does take two. And you continue to pray for that person, and you continue to love that person.
That's hard.
Yes, it is. It is. But that's what God does for us. Whenever we sin, he loves us anyway, and he's constantly reaching out to us. Okay.
Now, you've got a comment in here, and I've gone through this, highlighted these points I wanted to make with you this morning. You say the Christian Bible is a love story.
Mm-hmm.
It describes the incredible passion and compassion that the Lord had for mankind.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, definitely. From Adam all the way down to Charlie and Jamie and Gloria, we have all done something wrong, right? I know that I have. From our days
We all have.
at the Sneed, I've done a whole lot of wrong. And so God still, though, knows my heart. And he's constantly reaching out to me saying, Charlie, 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 come back to me. And so that's how we should be. Okay.
All right. How can people find out more about C.L. Holley and his books?
They can go to our website, which is clholley.org. That's clholley.org. You'll find all of my books on there. You'll find my story. You'll find my bios. You'll find my schedule. And in fact, Jamie, we are having a book release celebration.
No.
Yeah.
Great.
This Saturday. And where? In Athens. Wow. At the Revival Building, 303 West Washington Street at 6 o'clock this Saturday. You're invited, you and Gloria. Come on out and join us.
Thank you. You're going to love this book. It's a really good
couple
book.
other quick things here. Recognizing the signs. You've got this in chapter 12 here, forgive. And you said the goal of this book is to teach people how to forgive and create a massive army of forgiveness leaders. You're speaking one of the hardest things on earth to do.
Yes.
Because
But
most
you
of them
gotta
I'd
do
like
it.
to run over with that Hummer I got.
I wouldn't suggest that.
Recognizing the signs. I'm an anger management graduate. You know.
It sounds like it.
Yeah. How does a person speak about another? Does he or she use words or phrases that demean, insult, or make another look bad? You know, insults, constant put-downs of another's character, stems from bitterness. Well, it's hard to give up all that good stuff.
It is, it is. And sometimes it makes us feel good to actually do bad things, right? You're driving and somebody cuts you off or whatever, or somebody lays on the horn. What is your immediate instinct?
He doesn't have road rage. That's a bad example for
I
him.
got family rage.
Okay.
Only
What do you
Bad
think?
example.
Yeah.
But
I just run over with it and Hummer.
But typically people react with another reaction.
Right, exactly. And so when we constantly react in hurtful, harmful ways, it's because we want to get back at someone. And what that means is
Yeah.
we have not
That's the whole purpose.
matured enough to say, well, you hurt me, but I'm not going to hurt you back.
They're just going to laugh at you and say, I've got you right where I want you now.
Yes, but
However, deep down, you know that you would help someone if they needed it.
right.
Depends on who it was.
You would, you know it.
All right. Now, are you available for speaking, or do you do churches, or what do you do?
I am available for speaking, teaching on our website, clholley.org. You'll find my email address, you'll find a form on there, and you will find exactly what I speak and teach on. So go to that website, and you can get me.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up this morning.
Oh, you're
There's
welcome.
other books to choose from, too.
Yeah.
People got books here. Go get them. And don't forget, Saturday night.
Saturday night, 6 o'clock,
o'clock.
303 West Washington Street, Revival Building.
Yeah,
We will
everybody
have
knows
our
where
book
that
release.
is.
It's free for all. Come on out. My books will be available for $10 a piece. You don't have to buy a book in order to come. Just come.
All right. So everything's going on. But 10 kids in one
One
room?
One
How
room.
is that possible?
We all had to be very, very careful. Some of us had to sleep right next to one another, roll on your side. And so, we just made it work. We just thought it was natural. I mean,
What-
to us, it wasn't poverty.
What
It
did you
was
watch
just
on?
life.
What did you watch on TV?
We didn't have a TV.
I didn't. You didn't have room for it.
We watched each other.
That is a great story, man. Congratulations. And sorry to hear about your son, but I know you've made the most out of it. And love to have you back on the show and give you
Sure.
more time. All
Sure,
right?
sure.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you, Jamie.
All right, we'll take a
Pleasure.
break. We'll come right back. Y'all hang on. Charlie is still in the building this morning autographing books. There's a line of people outside right
Great.
now saying, I need to forgive somebody, but dang it is hard.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, we all have somebody
We
that
have
we
a
have to
special
struggle
guest
with.
this morning. He's not really a lifeguard.
Hey, Billy.
He looks like he'd float right to the bottom.
You got
Billy
it.
up here this morning. Billy, a big Facebook fan.
Got it.
Hang on, we'll talk to you in just a moment. We'll try to be silent. That'll be a first time since you've been up here this morning. Joseph, thanks again, Joseph.
You're welcome.
All right, let's talk about insurance.
We all got to have it.
Yep, everybody's gonna have it. We
That's
got
good for your
great products, and we usually,
I'm already getting mail from Country Financial at my new address.
Really?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's because Zeke's like one of my best
That's
clients.
how they're already
Right.
on top of everything.
Hey,
I know I got a message. She's like, oh, tell Jamie he got mail here. I was like, I know who that's from.
I'm talking about my new address.
oh yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm not a good client.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't say that.
You just
Hey, that's not what I said.
said Zeke's one of your best clients.
I said Zeke is one of my better clients. I didn't say best client.
Wait a minute.
Everybody's a good client. Don't be,
Implying that I'm not.
if you're, I'm not. I didn't imply anything.
You did imply that.
That's
No,
because he deals
no,
with
you
me,
did.
not you.
I think everybody
Did,
that has
okay.
insurance with me is a good
Survey
client.
says that
Todd's got insurance with me. He's a good client.
he just,
Oh, something's good.
Well, what am I? Because I don't even
I know
use
you
you.
don't even have
Man,
that.
I'm
you're
terrible.
worthless.
I'm
I don't
worthless.
know about, and an Auburn fan to boot.
Man,
Go
I'm
back.
joking.
I forgot to ask who's insurance with.
We're all joking. We already have.
Yeah, we got some things coming up that, like we're gonna, our simplified life is going up. They're raising the amount where we can get more insurance for less, having to go through a blood profile, urine specimen, stuff like that.
Great.
It used to be 100,000 and below. They're going to raise that up to about 500,000.
If you're healthy, that's the time to get it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, one main thing, this year I was diagnosed with being a diabetic, and diabetic 2, which, I mean, it's not that bad, but still, if I wanted to get more life insurance, I would have to pay a rate, or I might not even be able to get any.
Right.
Well, I already had
Good
mine
point.
in place. I mean, I've got more than enough, so I mean, that was a good thing, so I didn't have to worry about that. So when you're healthy, and you can't just take it for granted. I mean, you need to check in to get at least some term, something you can afford to protect your family.
We will
you can
not all
always
be healthy.
Yeah, you can always convert
Always.
it later if you can't afford a permanent plan right now.
it
But
later.
you really need to check in on the
Now,
life insurance part.
What's it like? You'll be here next Tuesday.
No, next Tuesday I won't be here.
You can call in.
Yeah.
Where will you be?
Saturday we leave for the All-American trip that I won to London, so we'll be gone.
London.
Thanks to your better clients helping you get there. Right?
yeah.
Everybody is a good client
That's
that's got
right.
insurance with us.
Nobody
So,
say it, is it?
yeah, I love everybody that has
That's
insurance
right.
with us.
Zeke is one of my better clients. Insinuating that we're not that
That's
good.
not what I said.
That was
I don't
just a
have
slip.
6, 8 locations.
So you
I'll tell
twisted
that.
everything around what I'm
I
saying.
know, I don't
Don't be
have-
like a liberal Democrat now and
I do
twist
not
everything.
I do not have 6 or 8 locations like Zeke does, hearing.
Well, that does make him a better client. He's got a lot more with him.
Okay, now you too. Leave me on the roof. What
Yeah,
else?
really. I mean,
You want me to do that again?
yeah.
Leave him on the roof?
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well. I don't think you left him out there long
if
enough.
they can't come see you, you'll
I'll-
send me to take care
I
of
will always come see you. I was out in Gurley yesterday, and
it. Anybody ask
couple
about me?
nice people. No, I don't even think they knew who you were.
Really?
No,
Never from Gurley?
I'm joking. I'm sure they know who you
You
are.
gonna bet?
No, I'm sure they know who you are.
No betting.
No, yeah, we don't bet it.
All right, well, hang on a second. Charlie. He's still here. He's taking my picture.
Billy.
We're going to talk more Thursday. I got tons of pictures this
Yeah.
morning. I don't really have a chance to show any of them or not, but we can. Now would be a good time, Brad, to flip up a couple of them.
It was a great success.
Oh, the weather was perfect.
Perfect
man.
weather. Look at there, Billy.
Hey, Billy, look at there.
There's you and your wife. She was on her scooter, and Billy was behind on this little, I don't know what it was,
It's a walk.
and like a little walker. And I said, hey, I
And
said,
a strap to it.
if your wife pops a wheelie, I said, are you going to be able to hang on that thing?
Got it.
But we had a good time. Over 400 and I heard 450 vehicles is what I heard. So if that was true, I know it was over 400.
Yeah.
That was a huge success. Great weather, family-friendly people with their kids, their dogs, just
that's great.
having
We're walking
fun.
through there and you smell barbecue.
That's me on the right.
And that was
Oh,
just
yeah.
great.
I love
Gary
that.
Ryan and
Yeah.
his sweet
Hey,
55.
This guy went
Yeah.
to Steve, too. Charlie, man, he's my longest running buddy here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured that 2 years from now, it'll be 50 years ago, me and him went to Sneed College.
That's so
Well,
nice.
he's a year or two older than me, so he's probably there a couple years before I was. So it was 50 years ago for him. And then I got another picture coming up later that's me on the right. That's Joseph on the right.
It's me on the right,
But
yeah.
Dennis Black and I met at Gadsden State. He's my second oldest buddy.
How
in
about
Limestone
that?
County.
Gary Ryan's a good
All
guy.
right, Billy, let's talk about you for a moment. Why are you here?
Come see you.
Come see me.
Yeah, only way I can see you on Facebook.
Well, I don't know you, but I know
Sure you
Joseph
don't.
and y'all like best friends.
You know who I am.
He
He
come
knows
up and
who
he
you
said,
are.
"Do you know me?" And I said, "No, sir." I said, "I don't believe I do."
I
He
said-
said, "Yeah, you do. You know
I
me."
said, Mustang Man.
He said,
Now, are you friends on Facebook? Are you a big Facebook user?
I've been on Facebook only 4 years,
They kicked you off once, right?
2 times.
"Uh-oh."
For what?
How do you get kicked off?
Yeah.
I was using my email to enter sweepstakes,
Oh.
and I sent out too many friend requests. You ain't got to have about 30. And I got 200. I had 400. Now I've got 187.
Well, after the show, you'll have about 3 million. But let me move on a little quicker here. Now, he is the brightest bulb in the pack. Turn your lights on.
Yeah, show him your lights there, Billy.
Working real good this morning, too. There you go.
There it is. Look at
He
that.
is the brightest bulb in the pack.
Yeah, he is.
Matter of fact, he's built. What is this purple thing here? Is that
It's
a
a
garden
tiller.
tiller? Now, what'd you do to that?
I got it out of a rusty piece of junk, and I put a new motor, new tires, and painted.
Well, look at
It
that.
stands out like a turd in a punch bowl, I'll assure you
That's
that.
my toy right there.
And now you
That's
got this
cool.
lawnmower. Tell me about this lawnmower you got.
That's the first one. I first built it. Now I've got West Coast mirrors on it now.
A lawnmower.
A lawnmower. 0 turn, West Coast
Toro.
mirrors, turn signals, tag on the back, air horns, electronic sirens,
No way.
and got a power
Man, you take
inverter.
that thing
I
down to
run a
Dixie Auto
20-inch
Parts building and
cooling
trade that
fan
thing in
behind
on a brand new Toro.
Did you
I
hear
don't-
that? He's got
I
a
don't-
20-inch cooling
I got a
fan
cooling
behind him
fan.
on it, so he
I
can
run
stay
it off
cool.
of- I got 2 batteries because I got so many lights. One battery won't run.
What kind of
fast.
insurance you got on that thing?
About 100,000.
Oh, man.
Billy,
Man.
thanks for coming out. I'm surprised everybody in here knew you.
I'd
Yeah.
like to come first if I can get Annette to come on.
Yeah. Well, get with Joseph. Anything else we need to know about? You need me to hold fort there while you go?
Yeah, please do.
Bring me something back nice from over there now.
I will.
I'll have to get her up at
Get me a
6
picture from
o'clock
the Big
and get her
Ben.
4 o'clock start.
Picture in front of Big Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll remember when I talked to Zeke today, I said, you know, I didn't know you were one of the better clients of Country.
Yeah.
As soon as I get me a couple locations, I'll let you know, Dave.
Hey, he's like my best friend, so that's one.
That's
thing.
fine.
Again, insulting.
Yeah.
Yes, Joseph.
I'll have some shows to talk about Thursday. Show season's here. You saw.
Now I'm not even a friend today.
Oh, my goodness.
Not what I said.
Todd,
Yeah.
And he is an Auburn graduate. He's an Auburn fan. He's
Thanks
still my
again,
friend.
Joseph.
So
You're welcome.
I can't be friends with
we'll
Auburn.
show more pictures.
Yeah, you
of our
can.
show.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank y'all for getting up with us
Yes.
this morning, the 2 or 3 of y'all that managed to see this program. We'll see y'all.
Bye.